If you're sending emails every week and still wonder, why aren't we making more money from this? Well, this video is exactly for you. I'm Nikita from Aspect, and after auditing hundreds of Klaviyo accounts, I've seen these same 5 mistakes show up over and over again. They quietly kill your revenue, even if your list is solid and your flows are set up. Let's start with the first thing, what the subscriber sees after they open your email, the above the fold section. For most brands, it's a disaster. Here's the common layout: a massive logo, full width menu bar, and big stock images of a product, or some big lifestyle images that take up the entire screen when you open that email. And that's it. There's no headline, there's no call to action, and there's no urgency, like no timers, no coupon codes, no nothing. And that's like opening a sales page that doesn't pitch anything. If someone opens your email and sees something irrelevant or vague, they bounce and your click-through rates tank. So here's how we want to fix this. We want to add a clear headline about what the email is offering, whether that's a buy one, get one offer, a new product launch, a new collaboration, or a new recipe. Have the main topic of the email be that specific headline, because that subject line that got them to open, they expect to have a clear understanding of what the email is going to be about through that first initial headline. We want to also include a primary call to action right away. So don't wait for the scroll, because when you wait for the scroll, most people don't even reach below the fold. About 90% of people are going to be just paying attention to that first section. After that, maybe an extra 75% of people will scroll a little bit. And then by the time you're halfway through the email, about like 80% of the people have already dropped off the page. So we want to have that call to action right front and center, spoon-fed to the customer. And if it's a promo, we want to add a timer or some sort of urgency subheadline to add more FOMO. Add that timer, add the coupon code, and make sure that it's visible and easy for someone to digest. Now, these simple changes provide big lift in performance. Moving on to the next point. Your subject line is the front door to your email. If it's boring or relevant, it doesn't matter how good the email looks because no one is opening it anyway. We've seen this across every single account and every single industry that we manage at Aspect. A poor subject line means poor opens, which is poor clicks and poor revenue. You're kind of starting the interaction already at a disadvantage. Now here's what not to do. Vague subject lines like "our latest drop" or long rambly phrasing, all caps unless you're trying to scream into the void. And here's what you should be doing instead. Keeping the subject line short and sweet, ideally under 9 words or less. Use curiosity or benefit-driven hooks like "why 93% of people choose this over Prime?" And use dynamic tags like first name sparingly. They work best when it's tied to context. Instead, you can also use the day of the time or the day of the month type tags. For example, if it's like "our Thursday sale is coming on board," even though you scheduled that way far in advance. Then you'd want to test out one variable at a time, not subject line and preview text and content all at once. Just test out what the subject line is, and then test out the preview text, and then test out the content. Subject lines are crucial to every single email, so it's important that you get this right. This next one is simple. If your emails look like a blog post, people are just not going to read it. That's plain and simple. People are bored of reading, and that's the truth of it. Long paragraphs, zero formatting, no images, that's a fast track to the promotions tab, or even worse, an unsubscribe, because most people are skimming your emails. So make sure that your emails are skimmable and you break up those blocks of text with headlines, use bulleted lists or numbered steps, add some visuals or some icons to segment the ideas that you currently have. Keep the sentences short, sweet, and punchy so that way it's easy to read and easy to skim over. And at the end of the day, we want to have the correct flow of every single email that we're going to be sending out. We want to make it effortless for a person to see, that above the fold section, scroll down a little bit, they see a little before and after, scroll down a little bit more, they see some benefit-driven icons like a guarantee, where it's made, the sustainability of the business, the sustainability of the products, that sort of thing is what drives conversions, because it breaks up that long block of text into very bite-sized pieces that people can just consume very quickly, make a decision, and then convert. Even if you're sending a mostly plain text email, use structure to guide the eye. White space is your friend, and treat your emails like a mini landing page. Now moving on to point number 4. Let's say your emails look great, you have a great subject line, your copy's dialed in, the design flows super easy, and your offers are tight, but your results still suck. What is happening? Now, most brands that we audit aren't tracking deliverability, which means they have no idea if their emails are even making it to the inboxes. Now, here's what you should be doing, and here's how you can implement more tracking. Using Google Postmaster tools for domain and IP health, especially important if you send volume, and I do have a video up there for that. And then Klaviyo deliverability reports, just by the domain specific. You could have a very good open rate, meaning 30%, 40%, but underneath the hood, one of those domain recipients could be struggling. For example, we have Gmail, Yahoo Mail, Outlook, Apple Mail. There's a bunch of other email tools or a bunch of other email providers. Now, what could happen is your Gmail deliverability could look good, but your Outlook and your Apple could be struggling, and that could be the crux of the deliverability problem. So in those cases, you would actually need to improve the deliverability in full effect in order to have the most lift possible. The average inbox rate across your sends should be above 40 to 50%. And if you're under 30%, you likely have a segmentation issue, bad list hygiene, or one of those email service providers tanking. So fix it by suppressing unengaged segments, have a better list source validation, and review bounce and complaint data regularly to exclude them away from your sending list. And the last one here, most brands don't even realize how much money they're leaking every single week by having a bad pop-up. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here, but let me show you how the math breaks down. Let's say your site gets 100 visitors a day. With a 1% pop-up, you get 1 new subscriber per day. With a 5% pop-up, that's 5 new people a day. Over a month, that's 30 new subscribers versus 150 new subscribers. That's 120 more people to email every single month for free. Now scale that to brands doing 10,000 visitors a month. And you see where I'm going with this? Here's what a good pop-up does. It offers something valuable, a discount, a gift, quiz access, a lead magnet, some more information. It has clear, minimal form. Don't ask for 7 fields in a pop-up. Avoid that at all costs. Use engaging copy and design. For example, we've seen great success with copy that's very short of like, sign up for our mystery offer, or unlock your mystery deal, or unlock your special offer. Very simple, and it just has that one line and an email subscription box. On the design side, on the side image, you could have someone pointing like this, or someone looking this way to the pop-up. So whenever they're looking at the photo, it's leading them back to the pop-up. Simple design tweaks like that could boost your conversion rate significantly. And you'd also want to focus on triggering that pop-up at the right time, like on exit intent, or a 15-second delay, or maybe even after a 40% scroll on your website. Having a pop-up go up immediately is a guaranteed recipe for disaster. So why don't you go ahead and try this? Why don't you try testing a 10% off offer versus a mystery offer that has the same exact offer essentially? A spin to win or a simple opt-in? Social proof in the pop-up, or having none at all? Because if your pop-up sucks, your list will too, and your revenue will follow that. Because the pop-up is the first impression that a person has with your emails. So let's go ahead and run this back and go through exactly what we talked about. We want to fix that above the fold section. Get the headline, the call to action, and any urgency in ASAP. You want to tighten up your subject lines. Short, specific, compelling, and personalized to an extent. You also want to make your email skimmable. No one reads essays, so why should they read your emails? So let's go ahead and shorten that up, format it, and make it look good. We also want to track our deliverability because you can't optimize what you can't see. And lastly, we want to have some small changes to your pop-up, A/B test certain features, so that way we can have a bigger list and at the end of the road, have bigger revenue. And if one of those have hit too close to home, then you know exactly what to troubleshoot and how to fix it. So if you found the video valuable, hit that like button. And if you want more email strategies like this every week, hit subscribe down below. And if you want to fix these issues in your own Klaviyo account, we offer a free retention audit where we'll go in, point out the gaps, and give you a full plan of action. Just check out the link down in the description below. And YouTube thinks you're gonna love this video right here, so go ahead and check that out after. Until then, I'll see you in the next one.